If you've ever wondered why some people rise to greatness while others stay stuck, the answer lies in one word: discipline. It's the hidden force that separates success from struggle. Discipline pushes you to act when motivation fades, to rise early, stay focused, and resist distractions. It's what turns goals into accomplishments and dreams into reality. Discipline breaks the chains of procrastination and builds habits that lead to lasting change. Behind every remarkable achievement is a foundation of quiet, consistent effort. Discipline isn't just a trait. It's the key that unlocks your full potential. Master it and you master everything. In the next few moments, you'll discover the traits that separates the average from the extraordinary, the hidden edge behind every great leader, athlete, creator, and thinker. The master key to your potential. Discipline is the invisible force that shapes ordinary individuals into extraordinary achievers. Throughout my life, having studied hundreds of the most successful figures of the mid-1900s, I discovered that at the core of their stories lay an immutable truth: unwavering discipline. The extraordinary successes of icons such as Henry Ford and Thomas Edison were not born merely from ingenuity or talent. Rather, their greatness arose from a deeply ingrained, steadfast discipline. Consider Henry Ford. When he envisioned his revolutionary horseless carriage, skeptics surrounded him. Mr. Ford's vision was deemed impractical, even foolish. He faced mockery, skepticism, and relentless opposition. Yet, amidst a storm of doubt, Mr. Ford's discipline served as his guiding star. Each morning, he awoke with a clear, unwavering purpose. Discipline ensured that setbacks became stepping stones, fueling his determination rather than extinguishing it. Mr. Ford's disciplined adherence to his vision transformed ridicule into awe, doubt into respect, and mockery into marvels. The world, skeptical and reluctant at first, ultimately stood amazed at the results of his disciplined persistence. Similarly, Thomas Edison stands as a testament to the power of discipline. Mr. Edison once famously said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." He demonstrated this principle throughout his career, facing failure after failure in his quest to develop the incandescent light bulb. It was not sheer talent or a burst of fleeting inspiration that kept Mr. Edison going. It was discipline, the unyielding commitment to his vision. After thousands of unsuccessful attempts, Mr. Edison remained disciplined, methodically refining his approach until he illuminated not only a bulb, but the entire world. Discipline is far more than mere restriction or imposed hardship. Indeed, it is liberation, the greatest freedom one can achieve. Discipline provides you with the power to act decisively, particularly when motivation falters or emotions waver. It is easy to pursue your goals when you feel inspired or driven by passion. Yet real triumph, genuine, lasting achievement is cultivated in those critical moments when motivation dwindles and desire weakens. Discipline is what carries you forward, even when your energy and enthusiasm have dimmed. Understand clearly that discipline does not suppress you, it empowers you. It provides structure, a clear pathway toward your most cherished goals and aspirations. Discipline is the great equalizer, ensuring that even individuals of modest talent can rise above those gifted but lacking in disciplined commitment. Without discipline, talent remains untapped potential and dreams remain unrealized fantasies. You might ask, how can I cultivate discipline in my own life? Begin by clearly defining your purpose and your goals. Visualize your desired outcomes vividly. Let these visions fuel your resolve, guiding your daily actions. Create habits and routines aligned with your aspirations. Start small. Discipline does not demand grand gestures, but rather consistent, focused efforts over time. Make promises to yourself and honor those promises. Each kept promise strengthens your discipline, reinforcing your self-confidence and belief in your capabilities. It is also essential to recognize that discipline thrives in an environment of clarity and precision. Ambiguous goals or unclear intentions weaken discipline. Be explicit about your objectives. Clearly delineate what success looks like and what steps are necessary to achieve it. Surround yourself with disciplined individuals who inspire and encourage your progress. Their example will bolster your resolve, and their support will fortify your determination. Remember, discipline is ultimately a personal choice. It cannot be imposed upon you externally. It must come from within. You must decide to embrace discipline consciously. Doing so marks the beginning of a transformative journey. Embrace discipline wholeheartedly, and you will find yourself empowered to overcome challenges, transcend limitations, and realize achievements once deemed impossible. Let discipline be your guiding light, your constant companion, and your greatest ally. For with discipline, dreams cease to be mere wishes. They become tangible, attainable realities within your grasp. Embrace discipline and watch as ordinary days give way to extraordinary accomplishments, bringing your greatest dreams to life. Your compass to greatness, clearly defined goals, stand as the unmistakable hallmark of disciplined individuals. Throughout my years studying the minds and habits of those who achieved extraordinary success, I've found that disciplined achievers consistently set precise, clearly defined goals. A life without clear goals is akin to a ship drifting aimlessly at sea, bereft of a rudder and direction, vulnerable to every shift in the wind and wave. Consider the inspiring story of the Wright brothers, Wilbur and Orville. These two visionaries nurtured a seemingly impossible dream, conquering the skies. Many around them regarded their ambition as folly, laughing off their efforts as unrealistic, even absurd. Yet the Wright brothers possessed clearly defined goals. They knew exactly what they wanted to achieve. They meticulously outlined their objectives, from building lighter and more aerodynamic machines to mastering the delicate mechanics of controlled flight. Their unwavering discipline, guided by the clarity of their goals, allowed them to rise above skepticism, gravity, and the limitations of their era. Their disciplined pursuit enabled humanity to break free from the earthly bonds and reach for the heavens. Your goals must mirror the clarity and precision of such monumental achievements. Ambiguity and vague aspirations provide no solid ground for discipline. Clearly defined goals sharpen your focus, energize your spirit, and ignite your determination. When you define exactly what you wish to achieve, you draw a precise map that directs your disciplined efforts, giving each step purpose and power. Clear goals transform vague dreams into attainable objectives. Measurable in actions, milestones, and results. Ask yourself today, what do I desire most deeply? What goal, if achieved, would profoundly transform my life and bring me lasting fulfillment? This question requires introspection and honesty, for clarity comes only from authentic self-awareness. Identify your destination clearly, vividly, and precisely. Visualize your success as if it were already yours. Allow yourself to experience the emotions and triumph associated with achieving your goal. This emotional clarity further fuels your disciplined resolve. Once your goal is clear, discipline yourself daily. Every day, regardless of your mood or circumstances, take purposeful, disciplined steps toward your objective. Discipline ensures consistency, keeping you steadfast even when motivation wanes or adversity arises. Every small, disciplined action accumulates, becoming powerful momentum that steadily propels you toward your ultimate aim. Recognize that disciplined individuals thrive on routine. Develop daily habits that consistently move you forward. It is these daily rituals, small yet significant, that distinguish achievers from mere dreamers. Discipline means committing to these rituals whether you feel inspired or not. It is the silent, powerful force that ensures you remain true to your purpose. Surround yourself with like-minded, goal-oriented individuals whose disciplined attitudes inspire your own. Their example and encouragement can significantly enhance your dedication and drive. Learn from their successes and setbacks alike, understanding that disciplined persistence is essential to overcoming inevitable obstacles. Ultimately, discipline coupled with clearly defined goals can transform ordinary individuals into extraordinary achievers. Let clarity guide your path, fueling your discipline and making each step deliberate and impactful. Today, identify your destination. Tomorrow, discipline your steps toward it. Continue this unwavering journey day after day, step by disciplined step, until your dreams cease to be mere aspirations and become tangible realities. Your goals are within your reach, awaiting only your disciplined pursuit. Embrace the power of clearly defined goals and watch as your disciplined commitment transforms dreams into lasting achievement. Discipline in the face of adversity. Life is inherently filled with trials, setbacks, and failures. Yet, to the disciplined person, these adversities are not barriers, but rather stepping stones on the path to greatness. Discipline shapes your perception, allowing you to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. Abraham Lincoln, whose journey was marked by repeated failures in both politics and business. Early in his career, Mr. Lincoln endured profound disappointments. He lost several elections, suffered business bankruptcies, and faced persistent criticism from peers and rivals. Each of these setbacks was substantial enough to crush the spirit of a lesser individual. Yet, Mr. Lincoln, disciplined in mind and spirit, chose resilience over defeat. Rather than allowing setbacks to define him negatively, Mr. Lincoln utilized each failure as a learning experience, cultivating resilience and strength of character. His disciplined mindset transformed every disappointment into fuel for persistence. Eventually, this unwavering discipline propelled him to become one of history's most revered leaders, guiding America through its most turbulent times. Resilience, fueled by discipline, is the secret to thriving amid adversity. Discipline instills in you the courage and strength to rise each time you fall. It teaches you to persevere when faced with challenges, pushing forward even when the odds seem insurmountable. Discipline ensures that temporary setbacks do not become permanent failures. Whenever adversity strikes, pause and remind yourself of this essential truth. Setbacks are temporary. Each difficulty carries within it a valuable lesson, a hidden opportunity designed to refine your character and sharpen your abilities. Discipline yourself to look beyond the immediate pain or disappointment, seeking instead the wisdom embedded in your experiences. This approach transforms your entire perspective on life's inevitable hardship. Discipline allows you to ask crucial, empowering questions in the face of adversity. What can I learn from this experience? How can this challenge strengthen me? In what ways can I grow from this setback? With this disciplined mindset, you convert every difficulty into a stepping stone toward greater wisdom, strength, and success. To develop this powerful resilience, you must consciously choose discipline every day. Establish routines and habits that fortify your spirit, particularly during challenging times. Consistency in your actions cultivates resilience, preparing you mentally and emotionally for the inevitable difficulties you will encounter. Surround yourself with positive influences, individuals who demonstrate resilience and discipline in their own lives. Their examples inspire your continued commitment to overcome adversity. Additionally, maintain clear and focused goals that keep you oriented and motivated, even in times of hardship. Goals remind you of your greater purpose, allowing you to maintain perspective and focus on the long-term benefits of perseverance. Remember always that adversity is not your enemy, but your teacher. Every difficulty, setback, and failure contains within it the seed of equivalent or greater benefit. Discipline yourself to cultivate these seeds, nurturing resilience and personal growth. As you master this practice, you will find setbacks becoming setups for your most remarkable triumphs. In essence, discipline grants you the power to rewrite your narrative. No longer defined by failures or hindered by setbacks, you become a disciplined individual who sees opportunity in every challenge. Embrace discipline wholeheartedly. Let it strengthen your resolve, deepen your resilience, and guide you consistently toward success. Through discipline, life's challenges become transformative experiences, turning each setback into a vital step toward your ultimate achievement. The foundation of achievement, it has been my life's experience that no man may rise beyond the level of his belief in himself. Self-belief is not merely a pleasing sentiment. It is the very cornerstone upon which all enduring success is built. Before one can command others or circumstances, he must first command his own mind. And that command begins with an unshakable belief that he is capable, deserving, and destined to achieve. Thomas Alva Edison illuminated the world with his incandescent light. He endured thousands of failures, but did he ever doubt his purpose? Did he allow those failures to determine the boundaries of his belief? Never. He maintained within himself a vision so vibrant, a faith so absolute, that even the darkness of failure could not extinguish it. That, my friends, is the power of self-belief. Discipline, you must understand, is the faithful servant of belief. Belief is the vision, discipline is the builder. Without discipline, belief is but a castle in the clouds. And without belief, discipline has no direction. The two must walk hand in hand, each strengthening the other. Mr. Edison did not merely believe in success, he disciplined himself daily to pursue it. He ordered his life, his thoughts, and his actions in accordance with that belief. He worked tirelessly, methodically, and with purpose. Every hour of effort was a brick laid by the hands of discipline upon the foundation of belief. And so it must be with you. Begin first and always with belief. Say to yourself each day, not idly but with conviction, I am capable, I am worthy, I will succeed. Let no man, no circumstance, and no failure convince you otherwise. Doubt is a thief. It will steal from you your destiny if you let it. Therefore, guard your mind as you would a treasure vault. Reject all thoughts of inferiority or inadequacy. Replace them at once with affirmations of strength, purpose, and ability. You must train your mind as a soldier trains for war, with focus, with repetition, and with discipline. Your thoughts become your beliefs. Your beliefs become your actions. Your actions become your destiny. But it all begins with belief. I have sat across tables from men of immense wealth and influence. I have seen them rise from humble beginnings, not because of chance or favor, but because they first dared to believe. They believed when others mocked them. They believed when the evidence was scarce. And through that belief, they created a vision of success so clear that it drew to them the people, the opportunities, and the circumstances required to bring it into being. But let me be clear. Belief without discipline is a dreamer's folly. You must act on your belief. Let your every movement be governed by purpose. Rise early, plan your day, feed your mind with thoughts that strengthen you, surround yourself with those who uplift you, and when failure visits, as it surely will, do not curse it. Welcome it as a teacher and reaffirm your belief all the more. Remember always, success is not granted to the most talented, but to the most determined. And determination is born of belief, matured by discipline. So I say unto you, believe in yourself with all the intensity your soul can muster. Discipline yourself as if your dreams depended on it, because they do. And know this truth. When belief and discipline unite, no ambition will ever be beyond your grasp, fueling your discipline. In the grand pursuit of success, many men search for secrets in strange places, as if triumph were hidden behind locked doors known only to the fortunate few. But I have learned that one of the most potent truths lies not in obscurity, but in plain sight. Your passion is your purpose. And from that purpose springs a well of discipline so deep, so enduring, that it can carry you through the harshest trials and into the highest realms of achievement. Ludwig van Beethoven, one of the greatest composers to ever grace this earth. In the midst of his ascent to musical immortality, fate dealt him what many would consider a final blow, the loss of his hearing. For a musician, such a loss is no mere inconvenience, it is a tragedy. But for Beethoven, it was not an end. In fact, it marked the beginning of his most transcendent creations. How did he continue? How did he compose his most profound symphonies in the midst of silence? The answer is found in one word: passion. Beethoven's passion for music was not a preference, it was his purpose. It lived in his soul. It commanded his spirit. That passion fueled his discipline, not the kind imposed by obligation, but the kind that flows effortlessly from within. His was not a rigid discipline born of duty, but a natural, joyful pursuit of expression, one note at a time. You see, when a man discovers his passion, discipline ceases to be a weight. It becomes wings. The world often speaks of discipline as sacrifice, as suffering, as painful persistence. But this is only true when one is walking a path not his own. When your path is lit by passion, the effort required to stay upon it no longer feels like labor, it becomes something sacred. I have sat with many men, rich and poor, powerful and struggling. Those who succeed with peace in their hearts are those who found alignment between their inner calling and their outer efforts. They did not merely work hard, they worked with love. That passion, makes discipline effortless. It transforms the grind into grace. Ask yourself, what is it that stirs your spirit? What would you do even if the world neither applauded nor rewarded you? For in that answer lies the seed of your destiny. And once planted, it is your duty to nourish it daily with discipline. Discipline, when fueled by passion, becomes rhythmic. It is the musician rising each morning to practice his scales not because he must, but because he cannot bear not to. It is the inventor hunched over sketches at midnight, not out of compulsion, but out of compulsion's opposite, devotion. If you feel tired, if you feel lost, the problem may not be your lack of discipline, but your lack of connection to your passion. Realign, reconnect, Rediscover the fire that once made time vanish and made effort feel effortless. And when you find it, organize your life around it. Let your mornings be sacred time for your purpose. Let your habits form in service of your calling. Surround yourself with those who inspire you, who mirror your commitment, who elevate your spirit. Every day invest in your passion as though it were gold, for it is more valuable than any treasure. Remember this eternal truth. Challenges do not disappear when you follow your passion, but they are no longer enemies. They become companions. They test you, yes, but they also shape you. They refine your edge, deepen your craft, and bring out your best. When passion fuels discipline, greatness is not a question of if, but when. So I urge you, find your passion, honor it, live it, and let it guide your discipline every single day. For when discipline and passion become one, your greatness becomes inevitable. Discipline your growth. Let us consider the life of Benjamin Franklin, one of the great architects of American ingenuity. He was born into modest means with no formal education beyond the age of 10. Yet through disciplined self-education, he rose to become a statesman, inventor, writer, diplomat, and philosopher. How did he achieve this? Mr. Franklin developed a daily regimen that included reading, writing, reflection, and experimentation. He was as meticulous in shaping his mind as a sculptor is in chiseling stone. He carried books wherever he went, studied languages in his spare time, and examined the natural world with unrelenting curiosity. He asked questions, he took notes, he tested theories, and above all, he never ceased learning. What Mr. Franklin understood, and what every successful person must realize, is that knowledge is not static. It is dynamic, alive, ever evolving, and if one wishes to remain sharp, relevant, and effective, he must meet this movement with equal energy. But such growth does not happen by accident. It happens by discipline. Lifelong learning requires consistency. One must form the habit of learning as one forms the habit of breathing, naturally, instinctively, daily. It matters not whether you are a teacher, a merchant, a farmer, or a financier. The moment you stop learning, you begin to decline. Your thoughts grow stale, your skills dull, your potential narrows. Discipline is what keeps the mind alive. Learning is not an event. It is not a weekend seminar, a one-time course, or a sudden burst of inspiration. No, growth occurs in increments, not leaps. And it is discipline that ensures each step, each lesson, each bit of progress builds upon the last. Like compound interest, the results may seem small in the beginning, but over time they accumulate into profound wisdom and capability. You must commit to learning something new every day. Not just when it is convenient, not just when inspiration strikes, every single day. Set aside time to read a book, listen to a lecture, study a concept, or reflect upon an idea. Keep a journal of your insights. Test what you learn through action. Do not be satisfied with knowledge alone. Seek understanding, and then apply that understanding in service of your goals. The world is moving faster than ever. New ideas and philosophies emerge with each passing season. If you do not make learning a priority, you will be left behind. But if you discipline yourself to grow, there is no limit to what you can achieve. I have observed this truth in the greatest leaders of industry, the most admired thinkers, and the most resilient pioneers. They are not just ambitious people, they are studious people. They take notes when others talk. They ask questions when others make assumptions. They read when others sleep. They reflect when others distract themselves. Discipline is the bridge between your current self and your highest potential. Let it guide you to new frontiers of understanding. Let it sharpen your mind, elevate your decisions, and unlock doors that talent alone cannot open. So, I urge you, cultivate a daily discipline of learning. Make your mind a garden and feed it with knowledge, curiosity, and humility. For in that garden, the seeds of greatness take root and flourish. Success is not a final destination, but a lifelong lesson. And the disciplined learner is always in motion, always becoming, always ascending. Discipline in changing circumstances. Change is the great constant of life. It arrives without warning, reshaping the landscape of our lives, businesses, and fortunes. Yet while many fear it, resist it, and are undone by it, the wise man welcomes it, not because it is easy, but because he has trained himself to be adaptable through discipline. Let us reflect on the economic upheavals of the 1950s. a decade of transformation. Old industries faltered, new markets emerged, and countless individuals found their way of life shaken to the core. But amidst the chaos, a handful of visionaries saw what others could not: opportunity. They adapted swiftly, pivoted with purpose, and positioned themselves not as victims of change, but as beneficiaries of it. What separated these pioneers from the masses was not luck, it was disciplined adaptability. They had trained their minds to remain calm under pressure, their eyes to scan the horizon for possibility, and their habits to respond swiftly and strategically. Understand this: change is not your enemy. Resistance to change is. The man who clings to yesterday will be buried by tomorrow, but the man who disciplines himself to remain flexible, to evolve with purpose, to respond instead of react, that man will rise above the storm. Adaptability is not chaos, it is not randomness, it is not abandoning your values or direction. No, disciplined adaptability is the art of maintaining your purpose while adjusting your methods. It is the power to stay grounded while shifting your stance. And like all true power, it must be trained. Discipline yourself to remain alert and aware. In times of pressure, do not panic. Observe, breathe, step back and assess. The mind that can remain still in the midst of uncertainty is the mind that finds answers when others only see problems. Adaptability is not natural to all. Many prefer the safety of routine, the illusion of control. But progress demands movement, and movement requires change. Train yourself to embrace it. You must ask daily, what has changed? What can I learn from it? How can I grow through it? In doing so, you cultivate a mindset that welcomes growth instead of fearing loss. You begin to see every challenge as a puzzle to solve, not a sentence to endure. This is how industries are disrupted, how fortunes are made, how legacies are born. In the 1950s, as technology surged and global markets shifted, those who adapted their strategies, those who embraced new ideas, explored new tools, and listened to the pulse of the future, outpaced those who stood still. The disciplined mind does not demand that the world conform to it. Instead, it prepares itself to meet the world as it is and shape it into what it can become. You must cultivate this quality. Build your adaptability like a muscle. Stretch yourself beyond your comfort. Try new approaches. Study emerging trends. Ask questions others are afraid to ask. When disruption knocks, do not hide. Open the door. Make it your discipline to innovate, not imitate, to explore, not retreat. Let every obstacle sharpen your thinking, and every setback strengthen your resilience. The world will continue to change in business, in society, in life, but with disciplined adaptability, you will not only survive these changes, you will lead through them. So I urge you, commit to the habit of mental flexibility. Anchor yourself in purpose, but remain fluid in execution. Refuse to be rattled by uncertainty. Instead, train your mind to bend, never break. For in that adaptability lies your advantage. Change favors the prepared mind. Discipline yourself to be ready, and you will turn every wave of disruption into a wind at your back. Discipline your perspective. Your mindset determines the direction of your life. It acts as a compass, silently steering you through adversity, opportunity, and the unknown. A disciplined and positive attitude is not simply a feel-good mantra. It is the foundation upon which greatness is built. Winston Churchill, a man who stood at the helm of a nation battered by war and fear. During the darkest hours of World War II, when the future of freedom itself seemed uncertain, Mr. Churchill chose to discipline his mind. He refused to be consumed by despair. Instead, he harnessed the power of optimism and resilience. His unwavering belief in victory, despite overwhelming odds, ignited a flame of hope in millions. It was not blind positivity that defined him, but a fiercely disciplined one, a refusal to give in to fear, doubt, or hopelessness. Mr. Churchill's story is not unique to history. It is a testament to the truth that we all face battles, both external and internal, and in those moments, the mindset we choose becomes our greatest weapon or our heaviest burden. When we discipline our minds to seek out possibility rather than limitation, we reshape how we experience life. Setbacks become stepping stones. Failures transform into lessons. Obstacles turn into invitations for growth. This discipline does not come naturally. It is forged through daily practice, through conscious effort to shift our perspective. Gratitude is one such powerful practice when we train ourselves to focus on what we have rather than what we lack. We nourish our minds with strength and clarity. Optimism, too, is not a naive illusion, but a cultivated mindset. It is the choice to look beyond the immediate pain and believe in the value of perseverance. Discipline is the bridge between intent and action. Without it, positivity becomes fragile, easily shattered by life's inevitable challenges. But with discipline, positivity becomes a force, grounded, enduring, and transformative. We begin to see the world not as it is, but as it could be. We start recognizing doors where others see only walls. Each morning brings a new opportunity to train the mind. Will you dwell on limitations or embrace potential? Will you allow fear to lead, or will you anchor yourself in courage and clarity? The choice is always yours, and with each disciplined thought, you take a step closer to the life you envision. Your thoughts are the architects of your future. Shape them with care, build with intention, lead them with discipline. Because in the end, it is not luck, talent, or circumstances that decide your destiny. It is the mindset you choose to live with every single day. Choose discipline, choose positivity, and watch as the direction of your life changes, not by chance, but by your own powerful design. Discipline in motion, action, is the ultimate measure of discipline. It is easy to dream, to plan, and to hope, but without action, these intentions remain hollow. True discipline is proven not in thought, but in motion. Success in any arena of life demands consistent and deliberate effort. It demands the courage to act, even when conditions are not perfect, and the perseverance to keep moving, even when progress feels slow. Consider the legacy of Andrew Carnegie, one of the great industrialists of the modern world. Born into poverty, Mr. Carnegie rose through the ranks not by chance, but through relentless, disciplined action. He did not wait for perfect opportunities to arrive. He created them. Every single day, he worked with purpose and precision, investing in knowledge, relationships, and enterprise. His fortune was not simply financial. It was built on a foundation of habit and relentless forward movement. Discipline means acting when it is hard, when motivation is absent, and when the temptation to delay whispers in your ear. It means doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Procrastination is the silent thief of dreams. It steals momentum, erodes confidence, and keeps you trapped in a cycle of potential never realized. To break free, you must train yourself to act decisively and consistently. Discipline yourself to take that first step, then the next, and the next after that. Progress is not made in grand, infrequent bursts, but in steady, deliberate strides. Each disciplined action, no matter how small, moves you closer to the life you want. When opportunity arises, hesitation can be fatal. The disciplined mind responds with swift and sure action. It recognizes that chances often come disguised as challenges, and that waiting for the perfect moment is just another form of fear. Discipline silences doubt, it fuels action, and it ensures that you are always prepared to seize the moment when it arrives. Let your actions speak louder than your intentions. Let your discipline be visible, not in your words, but in the results you create. Your habits shape your future. Your discipline determines your success. One step forward, taken with purpose, carries more power than 1,000 unspoken goals. So commit, not just to thinking, dreaming, or planning, but to doing. Show up every day. Do the work. Push through resistance. Build momentum. Your destiny is not something you wait for. It is something you build with disciplined action, brick by brick, step by step. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent. It is not luck. It is action. And behind every action worth taking, there stands the quiet strength of discipline. Choose disciplined action. Let it define you. Let it move you. And let it lead you to the life you were meant to live. Ultimately, disciplined living is not only about personal success, but leaving a legacy that enriches others. The disciplined endeavors of figures like Mother Teresa transformed lives far beyond their own. Discipline yourself to live with purpose, driven by a vision larger than personal gain. Ask yourself, how do I want to be remembered? Let this vision discipline your actions, ensuring each day contributes to a lasting legacy. Your disciplined choices today will inspire generations tomorrow. Commit to discipline your life purposefully, and your legacy will echo through time. Discipline is your master key. Use it wisely, and greatness awaits you.